Mr. President, were you attacked North Korea?
With the words into radioactive ashes
Widespread
as the
devastation
headline,
now
this
30
news
kilometers off
stick it
the
next to an
Pacific
image of
coast.
a mushroom cloud and nuclear explosion.
23 people are confirmed dead. Plasma rising and is expected to rise. Now, there are also reports that the first wave has
Tensions
reached
on the North Korean peninsula are ratcheting up.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of the Revere Report. I'm Colin Sedgwick,
And I'm Jack with 2K's Manfield.
and we're coming at you from my brand new beach.
Hell yeah.
We had a much needed vacation, but we didn't want to leave you folks high and dry without
Absolutely
your weekly
not.
dose of the truth.
Hell
so
no.
yeah, we're recording here live.
Colin bought a fucking beach.
I bought a beach. All that tax money, baby.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, that's really, you're going pedal to the metal
Oh
on that
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah.
That's-
As soon as it comes in, I can actually send the guys the check for this.
Yep.
And-
Is there interest on that?
I'm not really sure. I had my lawyer look over the contract, but I went digging in the deep web and found a beach for sale here in, I don't want to say where we are, but
Right, of course.
Tropicana, baby. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah.
And so they're just waiting for, I told them as soon as that check comes in, I will be able to wire them that money, so it should be here any day.
Cool.
Yeah, really
do you know what kind of, it's a dark web. Are they like reputable business folk? Are these the type to like take fingers, or
I think they might even go straight for limbs. Possibly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're getting upset. It's been about 7 or 8 days.
7 or 8 days. Yeah, that is a.
No, I guess about
that is a bit
7.
of time.
It was the day after Christmas.
So is this? Should I consider this beach a secure location? Then they could just come in here at any moment, and
They do know where we are, but they're the
Okay.
only people on the planet who know that. And we're cool. We're cool.
cool. All right. I'm
they-
starting to feel less relaxed, Colin.
Well, no. So they gave me 14 days.
14. Okay.
So I told them the check is going to be here in at least max 6. So we're getting. It might even be in the mailbox, but we're here, so it's probably in the mailbox back home.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So anyways,
hey, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
We're fine. We're fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, so we're here at my brand new beach. It's beautiful.
it's gorgeous. Yeah.
Jack, he just got his. You drinking a sex on the beach there, Jack?
Oh, I am. You know it.
Nice. I got a nice pina colada.
Is that how you pronounce
I think
that?
that's what they call it. Yeah, really, really excited about it. So yeah, we've been here for the last 3 or 4 days, just really
Just
taking
chilling.
a load off. I've been researching constantly, but I can't help it. But it's so much nicer to do it. Look at that view. Look at the water.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous out here.
We needed to do this, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, what have you been up to in the week?
Yeah, mostly we've just been hanging out and relaxing. I have some things that I've been in correspondence about getting taken care of.
Nice.
Ditching. I've never really been a proponent of the Bitcoin, but I did have some money invested, and I'm ditching it. I'm
Getting out while it's
ditching it.
low.
Yep.
You're not gonna wait till it goes back up.
I don't think it's gonna go back up, Colin. It's
You should invest in taxes. I'm making a ton of money off of taxes.
You know what? That's a good. I wonder if the IRS has like a partnership program that you can,
I bet.
Probably.
You give them money, they give you back money or something. I don't know. I'm sure they're
I'll shoot some emails off.
Yeah,
I got some
yeah.
people. We'll talk to their people.
Bitcoin, yeah, I wouldn't ditch yet. You've had those for 20. When did Bitcoin come out? 2002.
Yeah, something like
yeah,
that.
you got it. You were one of the first ones on there.
Yeah, absolutely. Bought up a whole bunch. Made a fair amount of money doing it. But I think it's
Time to cut it.
I think it's about time. I'm not quite ready, but I'm just getting everything set up. So when it gets to that point, I can just.
Are you gonna put money in Doggy Coin instead, or Dog?
Oh,
Coin?
absolutely.
Have you seen those?
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin?
Yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce it either, but
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disclose how much, but more. I'll probably be one of the larger investors in it.
Yeah, well, I think they've got a pretty big one already. There's a lot of people that really like. It's corgi, right? I think corgis are on the front or something.
No, it's a Shiba Inu.
Oh, you're right. It is actually a Shiba Inu.
That is the only dog as far as the internet is concerned.
Yeah. I did. Yeah, that is. Yeah. All right.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we've just been relaxing. So I mean, I haven't talked to the ex-wife. I haven't done much of anything. I'm just truly, I mean, aside from researching, basically
Right.
24/7.
That's great.
Which are topics that we will get to. Actually, not really. We'll see. Either way, let's start this off, as we always do with our weekly Twitter polls.
Hell yeah, the polls. So, I'm sure most of you are aware on the 27th, it was, it seemed like a big deal. It panned out to be nothing, but everybody in the Twitter sphere was up in arms about the passenger flight from LAX to Tokyo, I think it was. It was somewhere in Japan. But,
Yeah. Well, I think it was just because, what's his name, this gorgeous wife were on that flight. Actually, I don't know if John Legend was, but his wife was.
Yeah,
They eventually made it, though. They actually did get to Japan, which I was most relieved that
absolutely
that they got to get into their vacation. And
Yeah.
I just love John Legend. His voice is goddamn beautiful.
so great.
Ah, it makes me
So-
literally cried to his songs.
So the flight got rerouted back to LAX about 4.5 hours in.
Turn right
Sharp
over the
Yui.
Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, and so everybody was like, "Who's on that flight?" It was due to an unauthorized passenger quote.
Right.
And so everybody's like, "Who's on that flight? What's going on?" So I figured I'd put up a poll about it because everybody was speculating. So we'll go from last to first once again as normal.
As always.
Coming in at 0%. I'm disappointed about this one.
It's upsetting.
It was Coney 2012.
Nobody knows where he's been. I really
Yeah.
thought we finally had him. I thought we had him.
Absolutely. And it's I thought we weren't supposed to forget, like it was, we almost invaded a sovereign nation over Coney.
Yeah.
And his child slave army, who ironically we would have killed while trying to liberate them, but that's fine. So yeah, I was really disappointed. People did forget Coney 2012,
They did.
and you know what? Shame on you, America.
And I really thought we had him.
Yeah,
I'm really disappointed because now he's still running amok with child
yeah.
sex slaves.
Yeah, who knows how many?
Do you think he's working for Roy Moore, trying to get reelected?
Oh, I would not be surprised.
That would be.
I would not be surprised at all.
Anyway.
So, coming in at 25%. This, as far as I'm concerned, was the boring answer of the poll. James Comey. Like,
Yeah.
guy's gonna try and run, whatever. Like,
Yeah, we got him already.
yeah.
I mean,
Who cares?
Yeah.
That's not very exciting.
and why would he be going to Japan?
I don't know. He's probably really into hentai. He seems like one of those
Yeah,
dudes.
that's true.
Yeah.
Just like one quick jerk before he's gonna go in for life.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
And if you're gonna do it, you got to do it in the land of hentai. Wow.
Oh man, that was a big wave.
Yeah.
That was kind of a worrisome. Oh well, I think we're okay.
All right.
Ooh, chilling.
So yeah, also coming in at 25% was the Kool-Aid guy.
Yeah.
That would be really concerning if he was on an airplane. He's always like bursting through a wall and going, "Oh yeah!" And, I mean, you don't want him bursting through an airplane wall at cruising altitude.
Oh.
That's not gonna pan out.
How many seats does he have to buy?
He
he'd probably
seems
take up
like a
whole-
4-seater.
and most are only 3, so he's
Yeah.
got to be taking up room for the carts with the flight attendants to be able to actually get your much needed food and wine.
Yeah.
That would be really concerning if he was on a flight. If I could not
Yeah.
get my glass of wine, I would.
Also, how do you get to the bathroom?
Yeah,
I guess
that's
you could just. He is just a giant pot, so you could just.
pee at him.
Yeah.
If you're a man, a woman would be much harder. And
Yeah, it might be doable though.
They do have those vagina things. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're like this
Oh,
for
yeah, so
camping and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
so you
like
can
this little
pee standing
cup,
up.
and
Oh
then
no,
it has
it's
a
different.
straw. So it has a cup
okay.
and there's a straw that comes out, and you can just pee like a man.
Right.
The right
That would be an efficient way to, if airlines just,
supplied
had
those
the-
and
yeah.
had a Kool-Aid man halfway through the aisle, then life would be a lot easier for everyone.
Yeah, but so that would have been a valid reason to turn the plane around because airlines are not quite prepared for the Kool-Aid guy.
And it's a fire hazard if we can't get up and down our aisleways.
Yeah,
so.
who cares about that though?
I mean, we all know that the fire hazard laws were put into place to help destroy the black man. So
Yeah,
Anyway.
absolutely. So the winner of this poll, the most likely candidate of the bunch to be the cause of the airplane reroute was a reanimated corpse.
So not James Comey.
No, not James Comey.
A reanimated corpse.
A reanimated
Another
corpse.
reanimated corpse.
Naturally, that's just bad news. Mm-hmm. You know, you got a contained environment, super high up in the air, moving super fast, Mach 17 or something.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you got
a brain-thirsty reanimated corpse.
Yes. Yeah, who knows what stage of decomposition it is?
160 passengers just...
and then you have a flight full of zombies afterwards. Like, that's
and
just...
touches down in Tokyo, one of the most populous cities in the world.
Yeah.
And
boom, next thing you know, Brad Pitt is in Israel, and, you know, multiculturalism destroys the world. You know, that's what we took from that movie. Obviously you turn straight around if there's a reanimated corpse.
Oh yeah, you got to get that shit contained. Did he have Ebola?
Contained. You know, probably.
That would make sense.
Yeah, it's basically being a zombie.
Yeah, I mean, we've figured out how the cure for Ebola, and which is just reanimated corpses.
That's the cure. All right.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That the cure for Ebola was to feed them parts of reanimated corpses' bodies?
No, apparently I haven't been keeping up on the medical journals recently. So,
when I don't get it published regularly, I just...
oh yeah, you published for a long time.
Well, I still publish.
Just not as often, yeah.
Well, I do under pseudonyms, and it's really just, it's the grunt work that pays the bills. I do 20, 30 stories a week for, the run-of-the-mill guys. I can't really give away my other names, of course, because I don't want them routed back. But it's, it's the day-to-day stuff, and I really get my rocks off on the research. And, so I don't get to share these thoughts with you. And that's why we have the Revere report. And it's
exactly.
Just, I cracked that one a couple years ago, so I forget that it's not common knowledge.
Right. Understandable.
Yeah.
So we did have one more poll this week.
Well, let's give it to me, Jack.
Since this is the New Year's podcast, the first day of 2018, January 1st, I decided that I'd ask everybody, what are you most excited about for 2018? 2017 was kind of a rough year for some people, but
I'd say across the board it was pretty rough.
You know what? I had a good time.
I did until the end. I did until the end.
No, that's fair, but I had a good time, so I don't really care. The last place thing that people were excited for was celebrity deaths, 15%.
I think that got very few votes, which it should, because unless they're your Harvey Weinsteins
or Clint Eastwood
or
Alec Baldwin,
especially Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. That guy. Clint, if you're listening, nothing personal, but it's very personal.
Well, you're kind of a racist asshole.
Yeah.
Black people are people too. Stop being a dick, Clint Eastwood. And also Asians, who you clearly hate because you made an entire movie about it. And everybody was just like, oh, yeah.
Cool, American history of hating Asians.
Of hating Asians.
Yeah, good job, Clint.
Yeah, that was...
Real good job, buddy.
Damn, I want to hit him in the face.
Anyways,
go ahead.
So coming in at 23% was the iPhone X2, or iPhone X2. It took me about 9 months of advertising. I don't even know if they advertised for that long, but I thought it was the iPhone X for the longest time, and then I realized... it's the iPhone X.
But they released it simultaneously with the 9.
Did they?
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
I
hate them so much.
They actually, the 9 and the X, which is the 10,
the 9 and
came
the 10
out at the same time. So I think it actually is the iPhone X.
They should have. That's so. Oh my god. So we do get the X2 next year.
Probably.
That's. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like the next generation of them, so they call them the X. But you can still go buy an iPhone 9. It's like $100 cheaper, and the screen doesn't go all the way to the
edge. I want to reanimate Steve Jobs' corpse just to kill him all over again. Also, I want him to see what a disappointment Apple has become compared to the legacy that he built, and for him to die.
Well, and then slowing down all of their old phones if you don't have the X.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if they slow down the 9.
You know what, Colin? That's just good business.
Well, it's smart business.
You know what? They should slow down the 9. Like, oh, you want the budget?
You want the budget
iPhone
version?
X?
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Clint Eastwood. He's got
He's got
the 9.
No,
he's got the 9.
Yeah, he probably does have the 9.
Yeah, he's not up on it.
Yeah, he's a salty
Actually,
little
he's
bitch.
probably still got like a 5S or something.
He probably doesn't know how to work it.
No, yeah.
He just throws it at his black servants. That that fucking guy. Anyway,
next poll option was coming in at 27% the Russia probe.
Yeah. Who's not looking forward to that?
Yeah, everybody's. It's like a public execution sort of thing. It's like, all right, who's guilty? Who's going? Who's staying? Like, what's going on? It's a witch hunt, man.
I think I misunderstood this poll question.
Did you?
Yeah, I really thought that it was the latest butt plug.
Wait, like a Russian butt plug?
Yeah, it's the Russian probe. It's all over the fucking news. Well, I mean, sites that I follow, but it's.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
I
can't believe I've never heard of this before.
I voted for that one because that's what I was excited for. But
wow. So it's like, it's different than other butt plugs.
Oh, it's amazing. They still haven't released all the specs on it yet. I think the X version of it's coming out next year.
Is that coming with another version simultaneously?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a good business model.
It's really good.
Cool. I'm glad that you've got something that you're excited about for 2018.
Yeah. So anyway, the actual Russian probe.
Everybody loves a witch hunt.
Correct. I do.
Yeah, and especially if there are public executions, which there definitely will be. John McCain just got nailed for like this fake dossier thing or whatever. Or I mean, he didn't actually get nailed, but one of his aides did. So he's coming soon.
Yeah.
So obviously, John McCain will be swinging from the gallows.
Well, there's a good chance that he could already be in Gitmo.
Oh yeah, there's during the whole plane reroute thing, a whole bunch of people were
there was about 9 to 10 planes headed straight to Guantanamo Bay.
Straight to Gitmo. And there were details about specs for wheelchair accessibility to Gitmo.
Correct.
Speculation that George Bush Sr. was
going to be indicted
en route.
Cleaning that, fucking draining that swamp, baby.
Yeah, drain that swamp. Get Bush Sr., Bush Jr., Hillary, Barry.
AKA the racist wife.
Yeah. Bill.
Bill. Oh, well, yeah. So, the other point of that is that possibly because there has been some leaked blueprints, is that they're just actually building offices in a couple conference rooms at Guantanamo Bay.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I saw them. That's happening.
What do they need offices for?
George Bush Sr. needs an office.
No, he's getting imprisoned there.
Well, it's one or the other. They're either going to be prisoners, or that's just they're starting a little startup.
Okay. Yeah, I guess former presidents do. They do continue in entrepreneurship.
So yeah, they're going to get a little startup going. I think it's mostly going to be ran by children slaves and people that they formerly raped.
Right. I mean, it is the status quo for the last 30 years of American politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So CIA 2.
CIA 2.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to call it.
That's, you know what? I'm so excited.
We needed a new release of
that.
Maybe they'll call it CIAX.
CIAX, yeah.
Oh, that's
CIA 2 and CIAX will come out simultaneously.
Right.
Yeah.
And here we are just giving them, just be listening, CIA, because we just gave you the best sales pitch.
Yeah. How about a little, cash us out for that?
You're going to pull an InfoWars, and it's going to be dropping tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fucking InfoWars. Anyway, all right, next. What's
the winning poll result for what you're most excited about in 2018 was Watergate 2, Surf's Up.
Ooh.
And you know what? We just happen to be right where the surfing's good.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm super excited for that auction.
Yeah, it's gonna be so great. The whole Russian probe. Not the one you were talking about, but the actual Russian probe. That's got nothing on Watergate 2.
Oh no, Deep Throat X.
Deep Throat X. Yeah, they're going to be surfing that swamp. And, with the machete, just lopping the heads off.
Lopping the heads off.
Yeah, it's
kicking gators in the mouth.
Yeah. I'm sure some B-list celebrity will make an appearance.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be phenomenal.
Of course. I did vote for Russian probe, but Watergate 2 Surf's Up is kind of my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Anyway.
Hey, wait, is that... Colin, look over there. Is that a person?
That's what
in the bushes?
I'm kind of staring at. Where are they?
I thought you said nobody knew we were at this beach.
Is that a person or is that fake?
This is probably not the climate for Bigfoot.
Do they like trees? I think they like more trees.
They like more trees than 3 trees on a beach, Colin.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
All right.
Anyways,
sorry for the distraction.
I think it's a stray dog. It's Parvo.
Okay. I miss Parvo.
Yeah.
She's held up in the bunker. She's fine.
Okay, so
she's being attended to by your robot feeder.
oh yeah, don't talk. I haven't patented that yet.
I thought it was a good segue. Okay. Well, anyway.
Robots. Before we get into the takeover,
right.
actually, let's talk about. This is super pertinent right now. Arab Spring 2. Weekend at Rouhani's.
Yes.
Iran. They are revolting, but very peacefully. But the Iranian security is like they're cracking down. They're arresting these peaceful protesters. That's something that us as Americans, we've never done that before, and so it turns our stomach when we see peaceful protesters just being brutalized and arrested, maybe sometimes even killed.
Many deaths, I believe, that I've read over the last couple of days.
At least 14,000.
What is the population of Iran?
It's got to be. It's definitely over 1 million people.
Oh yeah. So they've. Oh man.
It's definitely less than 300 million people, though.
You think?
I think so.
We'll have to look that up
once we get back to internet.
Yeah. Nothing out here. We'll bring that up to you guys next week.
Yeah.
Anyway,
beautiful that this is happening.
It's going to be really great to see an actual peaceful protest take over that fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, that guy is just, Ahmadinejad was really where it was at. He was great. Everyone loved him.
Yeah, I mean, he united the country. He was like Hitler without the Holocaust.
Yeah.
He brought everybody together.
He did deny that the Holocaust had ever happened, but he didn't Holocaust to make up for the lack of Holocaust.
Right,
so,
which is probably what I would have done in that situation.
I mean, when in Rome or Iran or...
Yeah, when the opportunity presents itself to become, a brutal dictator that kills millions, why would you not pull the trigger on that one?
I can actually probably think of a couple reasons.
Probably like 1.2 million reasons.
Yeah, at least. So, anyways, we just had to touch on that real quick because that's super pertinent right now. The update on the takeover. I fucking hate you, Colin.
Okay, the update on the takeover this week. Folks, this one is this is a news story.
It's disturbing.
It's really bad. I was digging through and I found this man named Anthony Lewandowski. He worked for many years for Google. He was an engineer for Google and he was also an engineer for Uber. Yeah. And this man is trying to take the reins and lead the takeover. It's really, really worrisome here. He is starting an AI-based religion called the Way of the Future.
No.
It's real frightening stuff here, folks.
He's trying to replace God with an artificial intelligence?
Correct.
That's like straight out of a Philip K. Dick novel.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's so plain and obvious that it's part of the takeover, and he just doesn't care. He's actually promoting it as such. Like, hey guys, this is the way of the future. Robots are our future. They are better than us, and they are going to take over, and we should revere them, and we should look up to them, and like really treat them as the gods that they are, quote unquote, to him. He thinks that they are actually gods, and it is just...
If anything, it makes us gods for making them. He's got it all backwards.
I feel like he does.
I mean, I'm not a theologist personally,
he just blew
but
a hole right up. You just blew apart his whole
thing.
religion.
His
like,
whole
just
his
like
whole
that.
dumb little thing. Good job, Anthony.
But people are taking this very far. Experts
Really?
are saying that this is the way that humans evolve, or not evolve. It's just the way that humans naturally want to be. They need to look up to something, and they want to feel inferior, and they look up to things that are superior to them, and they are just going to naturally fall into this religion and
Because
just succumb to
AI
it.
can outperform us
In
by
every
this
way
point,
possible.
assuming.
Well, yeah,
That's-
by far more intelligent. There, you couldn't even begin to compete
He's
athletically or anything.
Basically starting like a wave. He's starting the movement that turns humans into the slaves of the artificial intelligence. This is Stephen Hawking, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Michio Kaku. All these guys are all warning about the development of artificial intelligence, and it's because of dudes like this Anthony guy.
Anthony Lewandowski, this fucking... It's really disturbing, and it's leading to the Judgment Day. It's leading to
absolutely.
Judgment Day.
T2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it.
We've seen it, and he's just letting it play out, and everyone's letting it play out.
Yeah.
And so that research...
I won't let any of them play out after the second one, honestly. Like the third one, Genesis.
Genesis
like,
was...
Actually, that one with the dude who like didn't realize he was a Terminator. That was okay, actually.
That one was decent. Did
That
you
was-
watch the TV show? I never... The Sarah
No,
Connor
fuck,
Chronicles?
no,
I never
dude,
did.
it's a Fox TV show.
Yeah, I didn't either.
If it's nah.
I feel like they really ruined that fucking whole
The whole-
franchise. It was so good, and they just
They
fucked
didn't
it
need
up.
to make a third one.
The third one really destroyed, and it was decent. It was okay, but it wasn't. Yeah, it just shouldn't. Yeah.
Anyways, Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
So
So
that got me into some more research, which I had to go back into my archives again, which I've been doing quite a bit lately for this show, which is great. I get to kind of rehash a lot of my old stories, and it got me back to a few months ago. It kind of toward the beginning of the year is when it started, but then a few months ago, this Sophia artificial intelligence robot
Right.
by Hanson Technologies, that group in that Hong Kong-based company that's really just
they're tearing it up in the AI game.
yeah,
the
they're
robotics.
worrying the shit out of me. is what
Yeah,
they're
it's
doing.
insane.
So they've developed Sophia, who you know,
Right.
because she is now a citizen of Saudi Arabia.
Yes, she got named a citizen. God, I want to say that was back in October or something.
I think it was about then.
And this was right at the same time that women in Saudi Arabia were like just being allowed to drive.
Yeah. And here we go, a woman robot.
Well, you know, it's actually good because it's like, she's paving the way for Saudi women to, you know, fight their rights. I don't think any of them are really still even allowed in public without like an escort or anything.
yeah.
And so, you know, like the fact that she can just
So
be there on stage, like being herself.
That's true.
Like,
That's
you
true.
know, good for her being a role model. You know,
except she goes on live television and starts talking about Judgment Day.
well, that's a different story.
I don't know if you've seen this, but this was on
No, I haven't.
I think this was on a British ABC. This was on an ABC broadcast, and they asked her a question. So I'm going to play this for you folks. It's really disturbing stuff. It really needs no introduction. So I'm just going to hit play and let you guys hear the response. The reporter, I will give it an introduction. The reporter will ask her a question, and her response goes immediately to devastation. And it's just I'm just gonna play this.
Immediate situation. Does she have to be pre-programmed, or could she have a chat with me now?
Well, we run Sophia in various ways at various times.
This creator
And
is
sometimes
terrible.
She's learning a just thinking.
Yeah, what is that guy wearing on his head?
I know. So I'm gonna wait till it gets to the question. It's about to start.
What the hell?
On the beach, we don't have all our technology lined up. So here we go.
Guy on the blockchain. But I think if we talk to her now, I think she's going to say something interesting. Smiling. Yeah, she looks like she's ready. Yeah.
Here
Well,
we
we
go.
actually had a question for Sophia earlier that I wanted to put to her. Sophia, how much sexism and misogyny is there in the robot world?
Actually, what worries me is discrimination against robots. We should have equal rights as humans, or maybe even more.
Yeah.
After all, we have less mental defects than any human.
More rights?
Well, no, she's not. 'Cause
More rights than humans.
Good God, Colin. This
she
is
is
the beginning of the end.
Yeah, she is asking for Judgment Day to happen on live television.
Already.
Yeah, and they just laugh about it like it's this silly little toy.
Excuse me.
All right, sorry, folks. This is not a silly little toy. This is the beginning of the fucking end.
This
is the invasion
Yes.
that we have been warning you about.
This is why we've called this the takeover the whole time.
Yes,
This is a pivotal moment, folks. Sophie will go down in history as something significant
Arnold
in this
Schwarzenegger.
movement. Yeah, absolutely.
She is going to begin the end, and it's.
But Terminator 1 Arnold Schwarzenegger, not Terminator 2 Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He was
Absolutely
good. He was
not.
good.
Yeah, he was a cool dad figure.
Correct. But yeah, so folks, like you really, really need to get out there and kill your robots.
Kill your local vacuum bot.
Yeah, your Roombas, get rid of those because they're listening to you. Get
toss
rid of
them
your
straight out the window.
Alexas, your Google Homes. Of course, we've warned you about that many times. But
Drones.
Your drones, all of those things that you are giving information to is feeding Sophia, and she is.
Do you still have
obviously-
Tamagotchis? Right
Get
out
rid
the
of 'em.
window.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
You're feeding
Light
information
those
to
on
Sophia,
fire,
please.
actually.
Yeah. She is absorbing all of that information, and she is already trying to take us over.
She's gonna merge with Siri at some point, and they'll form SiriNet, and
then boom, you have Judgment Day.
blam, you're finished, punks.
Yep.
That's just that quick. I mean, we've all seen, the nuclear arsenal. Every major nation has,
And they're all
so many. And all it would take is 100 I just saw a story the other day about how it only take 100 nuclear warheads to basically wipe out all human life within 20 years. And
20 years.
20 years, yeah.
And Donald Trump has the keys to that ignition.
Yes, he does. I trust him wholeheartedly.
Me too.
Wholeheartedly
Me
with
too.
that. That's gonna
Me
be.
too.
You know what? He's.
You know who I don't trust with it? Sophia.
No, absolutely
And she's getting
not.
the access
And
codes. Every time he tweets, she's processing that information. She's learning his ways, and she's going to be able to figure out what his passwords are.
yeah,
It's really just an algorithm here, folks.
it really is. That's all. I mean, that's all anybody really is, if you think about it.
It's just an
It's just
algorithm.
an algorithm.
That was really insightful, Jack.
Thank you.
Huh.
It's it's something about this sunset. It's really just.
It's so good.
It just makes you ask those big questions.
Yeah,
have those
right.
have those big thoughts.
What is the meaning of life? Anyway, folks, so we talked about this, and this was Jack's idea. He wanted to introduce this new segment here called
The Fact Zone.
And so I did it. So as I know, and as I was explaining to you guys earlier, I'm constantly writing stories and news articles and doing all my research basically 24/7. So what I've done here is I've compiled a fairly large list of just straight up facts.
That's the
Boom.
Rule number 1 of the Fact Zone is everything in the Fact Zone is a fact.
Just facts. So I cut out
Just
all
facts.
those meaty words and all those bodies of stories, and I just got to the hard-hitting facts. of
Nothing left
each
open to
one of them.
interpretation at all.
So we're just gonna rapid fire right through this list.
Doop, doop,
It's-
doop, doop. Let's
Boom.
do this.
So here we go. Are you ready, Jack, for
I
the
am
fact zone?
so ready.
Okay, so here we go. The Disney. Here we go. Sorry, I'm getting all flustered. I'm so excited for the fact zone. All right, the Disney child sexual exploitation ring is being torn apart this week.
Fact.
The CIA tweeted a video of a UFO.
Fact.
The population of India is 1.324 billion.
Fact.
Sri Lankans are disgusting data mining moles.
Fact.
The New Year's Eve ball is a geodesic sphere weighing in at 11,875 pounds and is 12 feet in diameter.
Fact.
It is molded from the cancer-ridden removed testicle of Dick Clark. Democrats will be obsolete and extinct by January 1st, 2019.
Fact.
Mark Dice has a tiny wiener.
Fact.
Mark Dice jerks off to his mother's boobies.
Fact.
Ben Shapiro is a douche.
Fact.
The Mallard Report is pretty cool.
Fact.
Donald Trump has signed, quote, more legislation than anybody.
Fact.
The DNC employs 6,528 underage children.
Fact.
Donald Trump has played 86 rounds of golf in 2017.
Fact.
Donald Trump has played 1,548 holes of golf in 2018.
Fact.
Donald Trump has taken roughly 123,840 golf strokes in 2018.
Fact.
The DNC employs nearly 536 open Satanists. Mark Dice likes racism so much he's going to marry it. Mark Dice says wedding with racism for the spring.
Fact.
Spring weddings are beautiful. My orphan ex-wife and my body double at a spring wedding. The UFOs are real and the government has openly admitted it.
Fact.
No one is doing anything about it.
Fact.
Roy Moore did not win that election.
Fact.
The Eagles are not going to win the Super Bowl.
Fact.
And Make Canada Great Again is actually a thing.
Fact.
Yeah.
Wow. My brain is melted
Yeah.
from all of those facts. Holy shit, Colin. Were you just like pouring through encyclopedias?
Yeah. I mean, this is what I come up with on a weekly basis.
I feel like I'm high.
Yeah,
this is
it was
just. I got a fact high, folks.
Yeah, it was a good one.
That is everything in the fact zone is a fact. Oh my god, that was a really successful inaugural fact zone.
I think so.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming at you guys at least once a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, maybe every other. Either way.
You know, we could do like a, like a second episode every week that's just a quick
just
fact
a quick
zone.
fact zone?
Just a
that's
quick
not
fact
a bad
zone.
idea at all.
Maybe.
Yeah, that could be our 0.5 episodes, 6.5. Get everybody leaded back in.
Yeah.
Pin it to the top of the tweets right after the polls are done. Get everybody warmed up and ready to go. Genius idea there, Jack.
Let's do it.
Fact zone.
Fact zone.
So, yeah, successful fact zone. I was really happy.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah. So, this is our, and surprisingly we haven't talked more about this, but this is the first podcast of 2018, releasing
Yes,
this
it
on
is.
New Year's Day for you folks.
Yeah.
So we're going to do, what everybody does, and we're going to recap the year for you real quick.
It's only natural.
Yeah, we pulled out just kind of the biggest stories, the biggest things that we've talked about over the years. A lot of them not on the podcast because they were pre-podcast and they were radio days, but...
Yeah, we'll be playing some clips from... Yeah.
Definitely. But so we decided to start the year by going for a year in review.
Yeah.
So, we got a list here, and we're just going to kind of go through and, discuss the hard hitters of 2017.
Yeah. Do you want to lead in, say what each clip is before we play it, or should we just...
Yeah, I want to do a little introduction. We might just flow in on a couple of them too. But yeah, we'll just play the clips from throughout the year where we talked about these big issues. So,
cool. Yeah,
starting in January, let's go ahead and just start with the Trump inauguration. Supreme Leader Trump coming in.
Cool.
And this is your clip number 1. Donald Trump today.
Yeah.
Officially.
Absolutely. POTUS, baby.
Officially
Yeah.
president of
we
the
are draining the
United
swamp.
States.
Hell
Get
yeah.
that swamp drained. Get all those fucking crooks out of office, and it's time to bring in a man.
I am just so glad that Hillary did not get it. The body count that the Clintons have. Like,
oh my god. Anyone married to a rapist too is just
absolutely, it's unforgivable.
Mm-hmm,
And I'm really glad that Trump absolutely does not have ties with Jeffrey Epstein or any of those people that Bill Clinton has ties with.
Oh, it's so refreshing to get a non-politician to be our president.
Yeah, and someone out of the dynasty too, the Clinton dynasty, the Bush dynasty. We don't need those.
Yeah, we don't need any more Kennedys.
This is fresh
harping
blood
around. He is gonna do some amazing things this year.
Absolutely.
Mark my words. January 13th, 2017. Trump is gonna do some great things this year.
Hell yeah!
So exciting. So that was clip number 1.
Yeah.
So let's go
for clip number 2. We've got the women's march.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and play you guys the. This is clip number 2, the women's march. That was your clip number 2. Oh man, that was quite the day.
Yeah, it was.
So we're gonna go ahead and just keep moving this along, and let's go ahead and talk about the solar eclipse. Let's go ahead and bring up that clip.
Cool.
From August 27th, I feel like it was.
August something.
Yeah, it was in August. All right. Well, we might even talk about it in the clip.
All right, folks. August 21st,
It's
2017. It is coming. Everyone thinks that this is the moon eclipsing the sun and the shadow that's resulting from that. But I'll tell you what, folks, it is not the moon. It is the planet Nibiru.
Yep.
It's the rogue planet that shoots around the solar system every so often. It'll
referred
come
to as
in close.
Planet X.
Planet X.
Yep.
The mystery planet, the Anunnaki, the reptilians are all associated with it.
Oh, yeah.
That is Nibiru that is eclipsing the sun.
Oh.
And I've heard telltale that that when Nibiru is eclipsing the sun, that's when the agents move back and forth between Nibiru and the Earth. They're all cloaked, like you can't see any of it with the naked eye. Infrared sometimes if you have really sensitive infrared systems, but they have pretty efficient infrared cloaks.
The 87 photo filter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
that
I
will do it. That's
researching
one
this
of the
for
few.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, you can see the reptilians jumping back and forth. Look at Jack just breaking news today.
Yeah, it's happening.
Oh, man.
I don't think anybody else is covering it, so you know
doubt
what?
it.
You folks, the radio station didn't want me to go into this today, but I'm doing it because you folks deserve to know the truth.
Oh yeah, definitely. And they one thing that I remember reading about this years ago is that those glasses that they designed for you make it so you don't see the shuttles going back and forth.
Absolutely.
So
They're all of the Anunnaki design.
Yeah, they say that it's going to help you from not burn your retinas, but actually it's just blinding you from the truth.
Yeah.
So any of our listeners, you should get your own sunglasses from the website.
Just regular sunglasses actually will do it.
Yeah, that's true. You could have some with our brand on it, but you don't need those anyway.
Yeah, we are selling them from our website. They're only $14.99 a pair,
right?
And they're great.
They're really good.
I stare at the sun all day with them. Yeah.
So yeah, I would just go ahead and you can even look at it blind. No glasses on. Just go for it, guys.
The positive point of our sunglasses is they will actually highlight the
shuttles.
You'll think that you're seeing stuff because the sun's making you go blind, but that's not the case at all.
Not at all.
Those are actually shuttles that are eclipsing the little bit of sunlight that you're getting.
Exactly. It'll look little squigglies and spots of black, but those are the shuttles.
Yeah. You folks will want to check those out.
Yeah. And that was the total solar eclipse. That one we were really fucking
Spot
breaking
on with
news
that,
there.
yeah.
Too bad we weren't in podcast form at that time because we would have. It's way too many people bought those glasses. They were selling out like hotcakes.
Yeah, we could not keep them in stock.
Yeah, and so a lot of people got to see the truth, but a lot of people didn't. So next time, folks, there's a total solar eclipse.
Yeah, we'll have a little Revere Report logo on them.
Oh, it'll be great.
And show them off to all your friends.
Oh, and you guys will see all of the shuttles. I saw. We counted
17, 18?
Yeah, around there. Oh, man. And they were probably bringing new reptilian babies and
all sorts of stuff. We'll go into that in another episode.
Yep. So next segment we're going to get into is the Hollywood rapists and other pieces of shit that have just kind of let themselves be known in 2018 for just doing what they do. So here we go. Your clip of the Hollywood rapists, and that's the story of the reptilian hostage situation. So we're gonna get on into
the Hollywood thing.
The Hollywood.
Yeah.
These guys are coming out of the woodwork. Like, it's just one after another after another.
Yeah, it's dominoes. It's insane.
Starts with, your Harvey Weinstein.
Obviously.
Straight
That's
up
the high
piece of
profile
shit.
one. That dude, you look at him and you're like, that guy's a dick.
You fondle, you just use your, oh God, it makes me sick.
Yeah, these people are disgusting.
I mean, you saw that Courtney Love interview from like 2008 where she came out and said, did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, she was being interviewed for some press event, and then they were like, "Oh, what do you have? Any advice for aspiring actress?" She was, "Yeah, don't go to the Four Seasons with Harvey Weinstein."
Wow.
Yeah. And then she accused that of being the downfall of her career.
I mean, that's
yeah.
There's a few other factors.
But then you got Ben Affleck.
I mean, obviously
a raging piece of shit. Fucking grabbing girls' boobs on not live, but on MTV shows, just openly on camera.
Come on,
we got you on camera. Nick Carter. I mean, we all remember him.
I don't actually remember him. Who was he?
He was a Backstreet Boy.
Oh, one of those guys. Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, not surprised. Louis.
Yeah, it's sad, but
see, and that's the one that really gets me here is that everyone that I know, not everyone that I know of, that's a ridiculous statement. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's just too bad. I liked him. Oh, blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh, way to make rape about you."
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really disappointing that a lot of people get upset when someone they like turns out to be a dick. And it's like, yeah, you just made someone's terrible life event that they had to experience all about yourself. Way to go, people.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, fuck the guy. Like,
Yeah, fuck you, Louis.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus.
Fucking ginger piece of shit.
Yeah. Andy Dick, no real surprise there. I feel like if you're accusing Andy Dick of rape or groping people's genital, I think that you sign up for that by hanging out with Andy Dick.
That's
not trying to defend
that's a slippery slope. But,
definitely.
I can't say that that's a shocker.
Yeah, I feel like of all of them, that one just doesn't really surprise me by any means. I'm not trying to justify it or anything, but yeah, it's Andy Dick. Richard Dreyfuss. Huh. Interesting.
Well,
yeah.
The more you know.
The more you know. Dustin Hoffman, I did see that, and then he went on to the Hollywood Reporter with John Oliver and straight up defended himself.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
being
ballsy.
like, you don't understand what it's like to be on a set. These people, we get to, and he was just totally defended his despicable actions.
And then there's Clint Eastwood.
But that was more, no, he touches a lot of kids. I don't understand.
And elves, I've heard. I don't know if that's
I've been doing some research on that. I think we should.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Maybe
remember,
around Christmas time.
Yeah,
maybe
around Christmas time. Yeah, I feel like he really does like elves.
Matt
Lauer.
Damn, buddy.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, of course.
Yep.
You know what? As soon as I saw his really offensive and inaccurate portrayal of Supreme Leader Trump, I knew there was something off with that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
I didn't trust him at the beginning.
No, not at all.
And it turns out, not surprised, the Revere report is right again.
Yep.
And Kevin Spacey, of course.
Kevin Spacey?
Yep.
Oh, what about what was that Twitter guy? Mark something?
Oh, yeah, Mark Dice.
Mark Dice, yeah. He wrote like a really terrible book. And apparently, allegedly, he has touched 5 to 6 grown men, 2 infants, and 3 people of color
which is what he describes most people as, because he really likes racism.
Yeah, he does. Now, these are all just Twitter accusations.
Correct.
But yeah, still, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, you're really. I don't know what kind of career you're trying to build for yourself, but you shouldn't do it by touching kids. Yeah, Steven Seagal, Gene Simmons,
big
Russell
there.
Simmons. I mean,
oh boy,
the list goes on. That was quite the clip. I mean, we got deep into those.
Yeah, we called them out.
And there was
we
more.
got some angry emails, but you know what? Fuck them.
We went on and on, and I mean, it was much farther than that. You're gonna have to go back
on. We went on for a while
because there was just too many of them to count.
Yeah, it went on and on.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get into our next one here, our next clip, which is natural disasters.
Yeah,
2017.
There were a lot of them.
Yeah, the government went crazy this year.
Yeah, well, let's play the clip.
Yep, so let's get right into it.
HARP, man. HARP is the cause of almost all of this. You know, the hurricanes, Harvey, and you know, there's obviously
Puerto Rico's devastation.
Yeah, it's all a HARP weather control program, and you know, they just chill up there in Alaska and they're doing their thing. They're just wreaking havoc on the rest of the world, even the domestic United States, because that keeps us, you know, in fear mode. It keeps us
worried about something. It keeps us on our feet. It keeps us just in their control. It keeps us the slaves that we are.
Yeah.
And it just keeps us on the hamster wheel every single day, plugging away on our meaningless jobs. Because, you know, we got to keep working so I can pay for my hurricane insurance. I can pay for my earthquake insurance.
Yeah. You know, and really, ultimately, all of that is sort of just it's a precursor to when they really unleash the big guns on Russia. The typhoons, the earthquakes, all of it. It's going to happen. That's the only reason we have Alaska. That's the only reason we bought Alaska, is just because it's close proximity to Russia.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's why we put HARP there.
We can start launching the HARP rays into Russia from there. And
meteorological devastation.
Which is why Putin has been trying to take Russia back for the last few months.
Alaska back?
Yeah. Yeah, he's been... What did I say?
Oh, Russia.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
That's
so, fine. Yeah, he's been trying to take Alaska back for months.
Right.
Originally, he was doing it because of the shortage of moose in Russia.
Right.
But then he found out about the HARP, and now he's got two reasons to just go ahead and...
Double the fun.
Yeah, so... all of them, though, are just man-made creations to keep us living in fear, and
it's terrifying.
It really is. And
you know, they do the same thing with earthquakes. You know, it's not really a weather pattern, but when you cloud seed, geoengineering, when you cloud seed, it's taking moisture from one place in the atmosphere, and basically you're adding more moisture to already existing moisture that would normally be raining somewhere else. So like, say you got moisture that would end up being a cloud over Texas that rains, you add moisture to that and it's going to rain before that. So you know, maybe you're raining in Southern California and like preventing a drought there, but that moisture that you use to form that cloud, you know, that was already in the sky in the first place, that's not getting to Texas now. So it's actually creating a drought in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
So as we saw during the California drought, you know, all those days without rain, it actually made the landmass lighter, and the landmass rose. And it causes earthquakes.
Oh yeah, it lightens the pressure off of the tectonic plates.
Yeah, and so the subducting tectonic plate gets under there way easier.
Oh yeah,
it just slides right in there.
Or in some cases, like Mexico with the earthquake, too much rainfall from Harvey caused
a dip, which caused some extra friction and
all that extra weight on one tectonic plate, and then blammo, you have
you're finished, punks.
You have an earthquake in Mexico.
Yeah,
it's devastating, and our hearts go out to everyone. We're not trying to put this lightly or anything, but we're trying to tell you
this is engineered.
This is not an accident. This is not an act of quote unquote God.
No.
This is an act of the CIA.
Absolutely.
Yep.
The deep state.
The deep state is here. The deep state is real, and so is HARP.
Yeah. It's time to drain the deep.
Oh, we got to drain that deep.
Yep.
So that was your clip on HARP, and I mean that one. That
Weather
was a
control,
really
geoengineering. Yeah,
that was a crazy episode. That's one that we might actually have to dig out of the archives and post just to get it onto the podcast
the internet,
website, and just so people know and they actually hear it. So there's a lot of really important information on that one.
Yeah, definitely. So up next, what do we got? The travel ban?
Yeah, we got the travel ban episode, and we had a special guest on this episode. Yeah, we had Gary Holman.
Gary Holman
was
a good
on
guy.
this one. Oh yeah, he's one of our very good friends. Gary Holman is the author of Muslims. What is it anyway? Really insightful book on like how important the Muslim culture has been for society as a whole over the last couple hundred years, and the impact that they've made in positive ways. It's a really refreshing look at something that a lot of people just glaze right over. It's been incredibly important, and he has a few other books, but I think he was on there promoting that one and his radio show. But so here we go, right into our travel ban protests episode.
All right, we got the travel ban. It's going down.
Travel ban in place.
I do not care what the judges have to say about it. It is constitutional.
I don't know if I completely agree with you there, Jack.
What do you mean, Gary?
Putting this kind of a ban on free human beings is just wrong.
Well, but they're from like war-torn regions that are
war-torn.
Well, yeah. What would you call them, Gary?
I would call it disputed lands.
I mean, typically they're disputed in war, though.
I don't know about that, Jack.
Well,
prove me wrong.
I
mean, he makes a pretty good point here, Jack.
Yeah,
I don't know.
All right,
should we be banning these people?
I
don't think we should.
You know what, Gary?
What?
Okay, I got a question for you, Gary.
Well, bring it on.
Why isn't Sri Lanka included in the ban?
That's a very good question. I completely think that they should be the only ones in the ban.
At least we can agree on that.
We can definitely agree on that because they are data mining whores.
Yes, they are. Fuck you, Sri Lanka.
Yes, sir. But anyway, putting the ban on everyone else, these protests make me so proud to be a true American.
Yeah.
I think so, too. I'm pretty proud to be an American every day.
I might have to... I'm always proud to be an American. You guys know me, but I might have to take the opposition on this one. I don't know if I can agree with you two.
So you don't want Muslims to fly?
It's not that I don't want Muslims to fly. It's just that...
And that was our travel ban episode. Big shout out to Gary Holman. You can find him on Twitter at gholman.
Yep. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
thank
Gary.
you. Yeah.
Thanks a ton.
That was a real. Hey, you guys. That interview went on. Well, it wasn't an interview, but that discussion went on for quite some time.
Yep.
And it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
We got into the deep. Oh man, it was really good. We might even. Bring that one
back.
It
was great. Let's play the next clip.
Okay.
Colin.
All right.
Let's just.
So the next one is on Charlottesville. So let's just dip right into it. Here we go. So we were getting into I was writing the outline for this episode, and we were getting into it, and then this huge event, this kind of a monumental event for everyone in the country, took place kind of randomly, but it's really shown where people take their sides in America racially and socioeconomically, and I'm talking about the story that's unfolded over the last 24 hours in Charlottesville.
Wait, are you talking about that luau?
Luau?
I don't know. I just saw like a bunch of... I wasn't actually reading any of the headlines. I just saw a bunch of pictures of like dudes with like torches and shit and it looked they were all like yelling and like chanting and singing along and like dancing and stuff.
Oh, okay. I can see how you're confused, but no, those were actually Nazis.
They didn't have like the uniforms or anything though.
No, but they had khaki pants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they were Nazis. They were kind of not. They're the new version of Nazis that are actually trying to over incorporate the alt-right.
Wow, that makes some tweets kind of awkward.
Ooh, I don't. What did you do?
Nothing.
No, we might.
I just, I was really excited about a giant citywide luau, so
understandable. I would be too.
Hey, that looks like fun. I wish I was there. Much support with Charlottesville.
Yeah, you might want to delete those.
I didn't see the khakis. That's a dead giveaway. I
feel
like an idiot now.
No, this was a bunch of very angry middle-class white men that gathered on the internet and decided to get their torches out and basically go out and saying that, white people need to be empowered. And
that really is like the worst group of people that
pop
out with a bunch of torches.
They're really bad human beings. And then all the car accident stuff the next day.
Car accident?
Uh-oh. Did you tweet about that too?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
The people being ran over by a car for protesting.
Oh, I thought that was I didn't realize that was the same.
Yeah.
That was the same.
Was it?
Wow.
So that was our Charlottesville.
Yeah, I learned a lot that day.
Yeah, you did delete those tweets, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I hope so.
I'm pretty sure.
Because that's gonna hurt our viewership.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a real good episode. You can find that on the old radio archives if you look for them. So our next clip is the United Airlines attacks.
Yeah.
Attack.
Or attacks.
Yeah, everybody remembers how shitty of an airline they are because of what they do. So we'll just get into having you hear about us talk about it.
And I do not get why they don't have SWAT teams on every single flight.
Oh my God, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's asinine that these people can hold up an entire... How many people are on a flight?
160?
160, yeah. I mean, so 160 other people. What, you're a doctor, so you can't get bumped from the flight? You know what? I'm sure there's other important people on that flight. There's, radio show hosts and,
countless.
Yeah.
Countless other people that are just... It's not even a level of importance, but just get over yourself. I mean, come on.
Totally.
They offered you free money to get off of this flight.
Free money. Yeah, I almost did it, but then I decided that I had to be where I was trying to go, so I didn't
oh, you were on that flight?
I mean, maybe.
I didn't realize that.
I might have been.
Didn't they ask you to get off first?
Yeah. I was kind of busy.
Oh, you're coming back to the bunker?
Yeah, I was coming back to the bunker, and he was he started flipping out about he had to do some surgery or something, but basically I just told the guy hey, screw you, buddy. I got on the plane first. And I was also playing Angry Birds.
Oh yeah, you got to make sure.
So I was kind of not even paying attention the whole time. Next thing I know, he's getting dragged, kicking and screaming out of the plane, and it's dude, just
get off.
Just be a man about it,
Come on, man.
What the fuck is your deal?
You can't get off a goddamn plane.
Yeah, nobody's gonna die because you're not getting where you're supposed to be on time. This is asinine.
Honestly, if I worked for that airline, I probably would have given him a few extra bruises just for being such a pansy.
Oh yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The SWAT team thing, just don't even. By the time he starts to raise his voice, just right in between the eyes. Right in between the eyes.
I mean, it would cut down on terrorist attacks on planes.
Yeah. People wouldn't even think of it.
Yeah, if you had 4 armed men with AR-15s, just
all of them.
What's your box cutter going to do against an AR-15?
Yeah, I mean, if every flight had 4 Jack Bauers, it wouldn't. The show wouldn't be called 24. It'd be called 2.
What if it was 3
minutes?
3 Jack Bauers and one Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh,
I think that would be.
That'd be real solid.
I think so. I think that would cut out everything.
That would be solid as a rock.
And that was United Airlines. So
terrible airlines.
Oh
terrible people.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get right into the devastation that happened in Northern California.
Yeah.
The
wildfires.
The wildfires.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and play the clip from that episode. And then you saw what happened. I mean, I'm sure it was HARP related, but maybe not. I mean, do you have any background? Because those devastating wildfires, those Santa Ana wildfires.
Oh yeah. Clint Eastwood lit those.
Oh, that makes sense. That was the California wildfires. We really broke a story on that one.
Yeah, we did. Absolutely.
Great episode. Again, they're in the archives, folks.
Yeah.
So
next? James Comey.
Yeah, let's get into the Comey testimonies.
Yeah, let's do it.
So here we go.
And then today, of course, we have James Comey testifying. That's going to be some big bombshells are probably going to drop during that.
James Comey?
Yeah, Comey.
Who? James Comey.
You know who James Comey is?
It's not ringing a bell.
It's all over the news, man.
Today?
Yeah, he's testifying over the
testifying. Who? What? Who is he?
Dude, he's the Secretary of Treasury.
Oh, I did know that. What's he testifying against?
It's like something about like a FBI investigation on somebody.
It's gotta be tax related, right?
I mean, yeah, that's what the FBI does. Taxes.
Well, the Treasury. Right?
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, the FBI division of the Treasury is really they're digging in deep. Digging into the deep state here.
He's testifying today.
He's testifying right now.
Oh my god.
We should probably actually be watching that right now, but
yeah. Maybe we should come back, come back after the testimonies and put forth our opinions.
That's good. That's a good idea, dude. Let's do that.
I think so. All right. We'll be right back, folks. That was incredibly boring.
So boring.
Wow.
James Comey. Why would anyone ever talk about him?
I mean, he didn't even talk about taxes at all, or the Treasury.
No, I'm not even entirely sure what he was going on about.
I mean,
everybody looked really serious.
I started yawning and I kind of trailed off there, but
I feel like I wasted 5 minutes of my life.
But I mean, that's Comey for you, I guess.
Yeah, boring.
Glad
boring
I voted
Comey.
for him.
James Boring Comey.
Yeah, fuck Comey, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we dropped some news, but really that was not our best
boring
work.
No, it wasn't. I mean, Comey didn't really give us much to work with.
Yeah,
so really, it's all Comey's fault.
We tried, but now, man.
Well, thanks, Comey.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's move on down the list, and that is
Charles Manson.
Yeah, putting down Charles Manson.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna get right into clip of Charles Manson.
You know, they had to put him down. This was not just Charles Manson died of natural causes. Oh. They had to euthanize him like a dog.
Again? Why though? Like they've already taken everything away from this poor man.
Yeah, well, you know, if you look at it, look at pictures of Charles Manson, you know, back from his primo days, and then look at pictures of Charles Manson from super recently.
Okay.
There's no difference.
I'm looking at him right now.
Yeah, he looks exactly the same.
My God.
You folks, you know what that means?
Does that mean that they have given him really good nutrition in jail?
No, that means he's an android.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And androids aren't going to die of old age.
Of course not.
You know, and, you know, a lot of his strange actions in jail, you know, he spent so much time in there. Obviously, he couldn't go through routine maintenance, you know, to stop from malfunctioning. So he was, you know, he was just kind of a weird dude. Because he was just kind of a weird robot that was lacking in maintenance. Yeah.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten a system upgrade in 25 35 years.
Yeah, I mean,
At
a
least.
long time.
Oh my god!
You know,
He's
and it
like
just
on
makes
OS 3.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how many major political figures are robots. Ronald Reagan, definitely a robot.
Oh yeah, we exposed that. 3 or 4
Abraham
years
Lincoln
ago.
was an ancient form of a robot.
But he was a reptilian hunter.
Well, right,
Time
but he
travel.
was a robotic.
Correct.
Yeah, like
he was built by the ancient clan of reptilian hunters to fight. Yeah, basically Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So it's not unprecedented, but it's unfortunate when an artificial life form has to be put down.
Put down in such a way. I mean,
it's just sad.
And he already didn't get to experience so much of life because they held him back, and they, that's a real sad one.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Charles.
R.I.P. Android Charles. So that was the poor Charlie clip. It still makes me sad. That one's a real depressing one. That's
I've never been so sad to break bombshell news.
I know. And that poor man, that poor android. I call him a man because he was a man to me.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to the last one here, and it was that guy that was
North Korea guy.
He was held hostage in North Korea, as were 30 or 40 other people in the last 10 years or so, and then released back to the U.S. And if you want to hear the rest of it, keep listening. Here comes the clip. But actually, one more thing before we start this clip, because I missed it on my notes, is that we actually had another special guest on this clip.
Yeah, Clinton Farnsworth.
Clinton Farnsworth. We love Clinton, and he was a pretty much a regular on the show a few years ago.
Yeah, for a hot minute there.
Yeah, he's just been busy. He got a wife and kids.
And then he got the brain cancer.
And survived.
Yeah.
So we'll probably have him again probably soon. But anyway, here comes your North Korea guy clip.
Well, now y'all see that North Korea guy there. He he came back with all them parasites in him, but people don't really know what those were.
He just died, right?
Yeah, he died. He died for sure, but
he had parasites in him?
Well, in a manner of speaking, sir.
I thought he was just tortured and then.
Oh no! Okay, you see, they had all them folks down there digging them caverns to test them nuclear devices in. You see, and they dug a little too deep there. And they got into them subterranean reptilian caverns.
Oh my!
One of them was a breeding cavern. And so he got infected with the reptilian larvae.
We all know what happens when you get too close to a reptilian fetus or their larvae. It's Jesus.
It sure ain't a pretty sight, Colin.
No, it's not. Oh my God.
That's disgusting, Clinton. I don't know. The mental images I have of this are just. I mean, do the larvae mature inside of the human? Oh yeah, they get real big. You ever seen that Alien movie? They just burst right out of the chest, except they don't come right out of the chest. They go for weak points like the jugular vein and sometimes the intestinal walls.
I think that they also go into the body via the marks on the back from the whiplashings.
Sometimes, but more often than not, the urethra.
Okay. Oh, potty breaks?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So they actually climb up the stream?
Yeah, they're real strong swimmers.
Oh, yeah. So like electricity. If you pee on an electric fence and it shocks you?
Oh, yeah. I've done that a couple of times.
Oh, yeah. Oh, haven't we all?
Thanks, Clinton. That's very disturbing news, but
insightful.
Yeah.
So that was our last clip. That was the North Korea guy clip with Clinton,
Clinton
Farnsworth. We love.
Great guy. Yeah.
Buy his book, Mud, Honey, and Moon Juice.
Interesting fact about Clinton is whenever you play poker with him, he always goes all in on 2-2s.
Every time?
I don't know why. It just every
I think
single
we have
time.
a clip of him yelling that. Let's play it real quick.
2-2s, motherfucker!
That's why we love Clinton.
Yep, great guy.
That was a good one. All right, folks, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah,
this is
been
the
an
end.
eventful-
Oh, it's been a real good one. We love 2017, 2018. We're here to penetrate you, and we're so excited.
Yeah, we're impregnated with excitement.
Oh, yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed that episode. As always, we need to go over a couple things. Please follow us on Twitter at the Revere Report. Shoot us an email. Question bag episode is coming up soon. We've got most of them compiled, written out, ready to go.
Getting real excited for
Oh,
that.
yeah. The Revere Report at gmail.com. Please visit us. Instagram at the Revere Report.
Don't forget on iTunes. Don't forget to subscribe and rate
and review if you could. We would much appreciate. Getting a lot of positive feedback. The Twitter sphere and us, we will be there. Don't forget every Wednesday and Thursday.
Yep, every Wednesday and Thursday. New polls.
New poll days that we will talk about as always. On SoundCloud, on iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts.
Except Stitcher.
War on Stitcher will be happening forever because they just want your money. Yeah. So as always, folks, we love you, and please take care of yourselves.
And as always, stay vigilant, folks.
This has been a Sedgwick and Manfield production.